Hello everyone, myself Ashish Desai, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Department. Today we are going to discuss here the unit number 2, manufacturing. So in that content we are going to discuss here the part programming. So first of all we look at the learning objective for the session. So first learning objective is to understand the part programming. Second learning objective is to know the fundamental elements for developing a manual programming. So after this session some learning outcome is there. So first learning outcome is the student will able to explain about the part programming. Then second learning outcome is the student will aware about the manual programming. So this is regarding the learning outcomes. So first of all, we look at the most commonly used G and M codes. So as a in last lecture we discussed regarding the G and M codes. G is nothing but preparatory codes. M is called as miscellaneous codes. So these are the commonly used words, that is G code. So G00 we can say that rapid linear motion. G01 that is linear motion at preset feed rate F. So G00 when you can use if it is not contact with workpiece then we can use G00, and if you say G01 about that, so if the linear motion is at preset at feed rate F, that means when job is contact with the tool, so that time this feed we can give the feed rate and the code is G01. So it is nothing but for linear motion. The next G02, so it is for circular feed motion. So whenever a circular motion is there in a clockwise, that time you can use G02. Then next G03, so this is also for circular feed motion but it is counterclockwise, so that is nothing but anti-clockwise directions. So that time we can use G03. Then G40, then cutter compensation off. So here cutter compensation we not used there, so that time you can use G40. G41, here we can say that cutter compensation for left hand side. So if you take it left hand side then you can take a G41. The next point is for G42. So in that content the cutter compensation at right side. So whenever you can take a right contact with workpiece, and if you require a compensation, so that time you can use the word that is G42. So this is code. Then G70, then unit in inches. So if it is you are using the inch system, then you can use G70. If you use a metric system, then use units in mm, so that time you can use G71. Then G90, so that's why absolute value is there. So absolute value you can take G90. Incremental values there we can take as a G91. So this is regarding the mostly common used for G codes. So it is always remember. The next M code, that is for miscellaneous code. So M00 that is program stop, and M30 for end the program. In between that M02 is end program. So here also end program is there. M03 for spindle on clockwise, M04 spindle on counterclockwise, then M05 for spindle off. So spindle off, that is for M05, M06 for change tool, then M08 is for coolant on, M09 for coolant off, M13 for coolant and spindle on, and M30 for end the program. So this is called as miscellaneous codes. So these two codes are mostly common used. Now we discuss regarding the motion control. So as you know that there are two methods. One is point to point system. Second is for continuous path system. So in point to point system, the system moves or tool moves from one point to another point. That means it can perform operation at the location based. So that is why it is called as a drilling example. It is also applicable in a robotics also. The next that term is the continuous path system. So here the machine uh, is contact with the workpiece in a regular basis. That is nothing but countering system in machining, and that tool movement is in a always contact with workpiece. So that example is milling and turning. So this is regarding the motion control. The next for machine tool 0 point setting. So if you take a 0 0 point, This is for reference point, or I can say machining point. So this is 0 0. Current tool position is activity is 2020. So we can take the tool at above side and then we can go to that 0 0 point. So look at this figure. So this figure indicates that RWM. So R is a reference point, W is the workpiece coordinate system, that this is the 0 point. This is also 0 point for reference one, and this M is for machine 0 point. So machine 0 point indicates that x0, y0, z0. Then part 0 point is here. So from that end we can start the workpiece. That workpiece is in contact with tool, and R is the reference. So here the maximum travelability as possible. So that time we can use the rapid travel moment. So here the sample commands is given to you. That's N1. N1 is the sequence of operation. So first operation is that, that's why I can say sequence number 1, that is N1 G28. So here the spindle sent to the home position. So that home position is there. So this from this point to this point, that is W to M. So that time you can use G28, then X0, Y0, Z0. So X0, Y0, Z0. So this is regarding the G28. This is called as proprietary code. N1 is the sequence code. X, Y, Z is the coordinate system. Similarly for next command, that is N2 is sequence number G92. So in that case the machine reference has to consider over here. So that is for reference point, and here that X3, Y4, Z5. So according to that we can use the like this. So this is machine tool 0 point setting. So always remember that 3 points is there, RWM. W is for coordinate system with the workpiece. Then M is for 0 set for machine. R is for the reference point where the machine maximum travel will be there for the tool. So this is regarding the machine tool 0 set. The next for coordinate word. So in coordinate word we know that the word is x150, y250 is there. So here we have to move for a target value. So this is first current position to, that means current position to find the target position. So that word specifies a coordinate. The word is composed of address and axis. So that word that composed with address. So here address is the 150 and that x or y coordinate system, and therefore the example is x 150 and y minus 250. So here the moment will take place and it should be 150 distance and minus 250 distance is there. So this is regarding the x and y coordinate system. Then whether this dimension is in a absolute or incremental, so that should be, we have discussed in already over here. The next point is regarding the interpolation. So generally there are two types, linear and circular. So in advance there is the then one more is there, that is helical and parabolic. So in straight line, or can say linear interpolation, the straight line will be between 2 points in a space, that is called as linear interpolation. Then second point is circular interpolation, that is for circular arc by starting point and end point with center or radius. So that is called as circular interpolation. Then helical interpolation, so it can addition of circular plus a linear, that is called as helical interpolation. The next is a parabolic and cubic interpolation. So this is free form and this is using high order equations. So this is the fourth type of interpolation. Normally we have considered two interpolations. After that in advancement we have considering these two, that is helical and parabolic. So next slide we discuss regarding the parameter for circular interpolation. So as we know that the XYZ is the coordinate system, then I, J, K, this is the center of arc. So if it is in positive or negative we can write I minus or J minus. If it is positive we can take I, J positive. So this is regarding numerical values. Otherwise you can express in different way, that is if you take XYZ coordinate system as well as we can take the radius R. So x and y for starting point and ending point we can refer there, and with we can only use the rotation, that is r word, that is radius. So if you get the arc with the help of this system. So while expressing the circular interpolation, there are two methods. One method is for xyz and ijk. So this is the one method. Second method, we can express xyz start point, end point, and with their arc radius. So this is regarding the circular interpolation. Now next point we will discuss here the spindle function. So spindle speed is mentioned with a S word, that is capital S, and if it mention that is 1000, that can represent RPM, that is revolution per minute. And for spindle speed calculation, we know that formula, that is surface cutting speed in meter per minute into 1000 divided by pi into cutter diameter. So after that we can get the spindle speed. So if it is unknown of this we can take the that formula and we have to calculate this spindle speed. Now we go to next point, that is feed functions. So actually that feed function is indicated by F word, that is capital F, and that F represents with a feed rate of 100 mm. So this F100 is nothing but feed rate 100 mm per minute. So actually feed rate is a variation from depending on the operation actually, because in operation of lathe machine, or that we can say if it is turning is there, rough turning is there, that variations of the feed rate is there. If it is smooth, that surface finish is there, then we can reduce this feed rate. So according to your usage we can use the feed rate values. So the next function is tool function. So as you know that tool function indicated by T, and 04 indicates that tool number. Suppose it is 01, so 01 is tool number, and the T indicates that the tool function. The next we have to discuss here the work setting and offset. So while the operator generally is working with this machine, that is so with milling machine, so whenever the workpiece is at uh, in that condition and tool is at the above the sides, so which is highest set point. So that highest set point means it can provide offset, right? So it does not just touch to the workpiece, so there are some gap that called as offset. So when once the workpiece and this tool is in contact, while doing the that conduction of course, then it is in contact and then performing the operations. So therefore before that we have to adjust this. So it is required for tool change operation also. Suppose we have to change the tools, so first tool will be move and second tool will be in a at that moment. So that's why that changing points we require the work setting as well as offsets. Now we the next moment, that is rapid positioning. So when the tool is not contact with workpiece, so at that time the tool will be moves in a rapid traverse. So that reduces the that time, right? So that's why we can take a rapid positioning. So that tool moves from that point to that point. That is, this point is called as a reference point, and this point is called as that point is called as that workpiece coordinate system. We can say x0 y0 z0. So we can take 0 point over here, and this is your machine code, or I can say reference code. So this is the that traveling that path, that fastest speed, that is called as rapid positioning. Now this is the code, that is G00. So we can, when you want to that travel that tool that from one place to another place, that time you can use G00, that is rapid traverse, and that N is the block. So here N01, 01 means first operation, G00 means that tool will move from one place to another place. So here the tool is at the reference point, and here the tool is in between the contact with workpiece. So here we mentioned G00, that is rapid traverse, so tool will move in a fast way, and we mentioned the x, y and z values. So this is regarding the rapid traverse. So this is simplest method that we mentioned there. The next, linear interpolation. So here the linear interpolation, the cutter moves from existing point to the target value along a straight line. So here the tool is in contact with the workpiece. So that time we use the code that is G01, right? So but here the tool movements in a controlled manner. Okay, so this is regarding the interpolation. So as you mentioned that linear interpolation, the G01 is there, and the tool moves in a linear motion that is called as straight line motion, and it is possible in a two axis simultaneously. So it is mentioned over the feed rate always. So while mentioning the G01, we mention the XYZ coordinate system, as well as we can mention here the feed rate. So feed rate we have mentioned here. So according to operation it can varies. Suppose the operation is a rough finish, so that if feed rate is more, and if it is the surface finish is required more, so that time feed rate is less. So it is expressed in per minute, and this n indicates the sequence number, that is suppose n01. So n0 means sequence number, g01 is linear interpolation, xyz is the coordinate system, and f is a feed rate. So it is expressed in per minute. So this is regarding the linear interpolation, or you can say feed traverse. Feed traverse means workpiece is contact with the tool. The next that part is for G02 or G03, that is called as circular interpolation. So in linear interpolation we can use G01, but in case of G02 and G03, that is about circular interpolation. So here I mentioned this block. So this is start point and end point and their arc radius. So first of all you mention the start point, and then you mention the target value with radius. So here I mentioned that N01, so this is first block. So G02, that is clockwise. Suppose clockwise is there, then we can use G02 and express this value XYZ, that is target value. Suppose start point is over here. So first of all you mention the start point, and after that we can mention this block, then this word that is G02, if it is clockwise is there, clockwise, this is clockwise, right? So here also mention clockwise. So clockwise there. So that time you can mention G02 XYZ. So that is coordinate system, X and Y over here. Z is in perpendicular manner. R. So R you can mention the radius. Suppose radius is 20, we can mention 20. If it is radius is 50, so I can mention 50. And with feed rate. So feed rate we can mention according to your applications. Similarly, we go for G03, that is for counterclockwise. So here movement will be like this. So this is anti-clockwise direction. So here only change is G03. Otherwise, if it is block number is same, that is N0 or N02. So as per requirement, then G03 X value you can put here, Y value put here, Z and R. R is the radius for the circular interpolation, and F is the feed rate. So this is about G02 and G03. Now we mentioned that drilling cycle. So drilling cycle is indicated by G81. So G81 indicate that drilling cycle. XYZ. So XYZ is coordinate system. R is the radius, or can say that absolute values. So that indicates the height. F is a feeding rate. So here R you can mention here. That is the tool will be approached into the workpiece. That is why we can say R. F is a feed rate, and K is the number of replication if it is necessary. So this is regarding the drilling cycle. Then next point is here we indicate that cutter compensation. So as we know that whenever the tool is contact with workpiece, so if you not consider the diameter of cutter into the account, then the final shape is the not match with program. Again I repeat this term. So when we are cutting the workpiece with the help of tool, and here we not consider the diameter of the cutter, so that time the final shape is does not match with the program. And if you consider the compensation of this tool, then final shape will be matches with program path. That means whenever the cutter compensation is there, so that diameter of cutter has to mention, then and then only your final shape is matches with the program. So this is regarding the cutter compensation. Now the program that is consisting with like this. So this is regarding the program number, then machine and machine information. So here machine name, so number of machine is there. Mazak is that machine, you can write there Mazak, Fanuc, all the type of machines is there. We can mention here part name, part number, program name. So this is regarding the part information. Then next we have mentioned the init of program and tool change. So here we can make use the G21 like this. So this is regarding the metric system. Then that tool change, so what T01, so 0 number 1 tool is there, and we can mention over here. Then similarly we have to mention the main program with the tool path. So N30, so N030 is their sequence, G90 is their absolute programming, G28 is the rapid traverse, X0 Y0 that is your coordinate system for the workpiece. Then we have mentioned the G43, this is regarding the matrix system. Then this is the G82. So likewise mention the wording is there, that is called as main program toolpath information, or you can say subroutine. And end of the program we can use the word that is M30. Okay, that is spindle stop, or you can say machine stop. So here I mentioned that 30 after 40. So why we mention this N030? N030 means your operation number. So or can say block number, sequence number. So here I mentioned 30 or 31. Instead of 31, you can mention 40 like this. Why you are mentioned why you are mentioning like this? Because 9 gap is there, right? Because in between 31 to 40, that is 30 to 40, the 9 blocks as remember. So that if you have requirement of this addition of this in between the two line, we can directly add. So we can write N31 like this. So 9 times we can add over here. So this is advantage, we can say that. So that's why we can take 930 N030 and 40. So this is regarding the part program. Now we move for the next point, that is nesting. So actually main program is over here. So as per the sequence, that is sequence number 1, tool change. So M6 is the tool change, and tool 1, that is tool function, that is tool 1 means tool number 1. So likewise we can mention the number of blocks, and here particularly I mentioned that P1000. P1000 means, so here we can go for the preferring the sub program number 1. So as we know that we can directly call for this. So this is called as nesting. And here P2000, so here subprogram is like this. Okay, so this is the way for nesting. This is called as one loop, and this is called as two loop. So in one program, this program is into this point, second point for this one. So when running condition, so up to this height, that N50 it runs. After that it follows this program number 1, and then we go for this point. So in that also, if it is reaches to this point, then again you can repeat the sub program number 2. So this is called as two loop nesting, or the difference between these two. Now this operation is called as turning operation. So here the x is a diameter, so here you can consider the x and the tool path in a negative z directions. So this is called as turning. So here we can material the we can remove the material of the stock. Then for milling machine, so here z directions is, if it is z is in positive, so we can take above the side, and if required z is in a touches to the workpiece, so this is touches to the workpiece, then we can take z negative. And x, so x positive on that side, x negative on that side, x negative on that side, y positive. So y positive is up that above side like this, and y negative is on like this. So this consideration we are taking for coordinate system, and you can use here the G code encodes and finalize the that part program. Okay, so for that purpose we can take one example. So actually the turning has two methods, one is radial programming and diameter programming. So in radial programming only we are mention the radius, and diameter programming we can mention here the diameter. Okay, so turning operation is depending on two directions only. So this is x and z. So if you mention the diameter, so you can take a positive, Suppose this diameter is 20, so I can write positive x20, that is x20. Z, so Z is, suppose Z is 20, so I can write Z minus 20. Minus why? Because according to sign convention, the minus sign, the minus Z axis is on that side, and positive is on in opposite of that, that is positive side. Suppose your tool movement will require, so they can, that time we can use Z positive, and if it is contact with workpiece, then you can take a negative. So this is the main convention. And for that for x-axis, so if you mention the x coordinate system, so that time diameter system is appropriate here. So if it is 20 diameter, you can write 20. If it is here 100 diameter, so you can 100. So this is about x 100, and always remember that it should be in positive manner. So this is regarding the axis convention. So first of all, we look at this program. So this is actually job you have mentioned here. So this is job, and that number of diameters is, first diameter is about 10 mm, second is about 20, then third is a 30, and the distance is for 10, 20, 30. Okay, so first of all we know that z-axis, so if it is z is on that side, we can take positive, and about x-axis we can take positive, and here we approach is diametral one. So in that case, we use a diameter approach, or can say diameter programming. So here absolute programming is there. So that's why we can take 0 point over here. So P1 is over here. So for P1, what is the diameter here? P1, that diameter is 10. So that's why I can write 10. Z0 means the point will be reaches at this point. So Z is 0. Then point P2. So P2 means that Z is minus 10, so I can write Z minus 10. So always remember that Z is on that direction, so minus is there, so minus Z. So Z plus is on that side and Z minus is on that side, so Z minus is there, so you can take minus 10. So X is 10. Then next P3, for P3 purpose I know that X is out, X is 20, so I write X 20, and Z is minus 10. Then next point, that is P4, so I write P4, that diameter is about 20, right? Diameter is 20, and that length is 20 plus 10, that means 30, so I can write minus 30. This is regarding with P4 value. Now we know for P5 value. So what is the P5 value? First of all, we mention this diameter, that is 30, x30. Z is about 30, that's why minus 30 we can take. About P5, I mentioned about P5, that way 20 plus 13, that is why 30, and here we sign convention, we can take minus 30. And then next, so diameter is 30, so I can write x30, and Z is, we approach for P6, that's why 20 plus 30 plus 10, that means 60, so minus 60 is there. So again I repeat for P6, so full diameter is, so diameter is how much? 30, and this Z distance is minus 60. So this is regarding the dimension, that is absolute dimensioning. So here by considering from this point to this is 0, 0. Now we go for the appropriate that part programming. So this is a first code, that N01, that is sequence number, G94, that is for the metric system, and then M06, that the spindle start. Tool change, that is tool number 101. So this is called as tool change, that is T101. And here the next point we are refer for G90, that G94 actually the rapid traverse is there, so that is presetting for absolute value, or you can say absolute presetting, and G90 is for absolute programming. So G90 is absolute programming, X0 Z0, so that's why X0 Z0 means tool is approached at this point. Now next point, that block indicates N03. So N03 means what? So we approach for P1 value. That's why P1 value X is having 10, Z is having 0. That's why, because P1 value is there, X is 10, Z is 0. Okay, Z means we can take Z over here, Z direction only, as I said, that side. And for X we refer only diameter. Okay, for P2, what is the P2 diameter? So P2 diameter is 10. So I can write in next line x10, because x10, z, what is our z? Minus 10. So I write z minus 10, and f30, that is feed rate. So here tool is it is contact, and then the turning will be takes place. Okay, so yes, 600 means spindle speed is about 600 rpm. Then tool reaches at P2. Now reaches P3. What is value of x value? For x value is 20, because diameter is 20, and z value is minus 10, right? X20, z minus 10. G01 indicates what? G01 indicates the linear interpolation. That means linear or straight line tool will be there. And in case of G00, rapid traverse is there. So tool will move like this in a faster way for this point. That's why G00. Now we reaches to the P4 point. What is the P4 value? First you mention the diameter. What is the diameter? X20. So that is X20. Always remember that diameter we express in X20. So here that X20 is there. And what is about this value? That is 20 plus 10. That is 30. That's why we can write Z minus 30. So this is about P4. Now we go for P5. What is about P5? So for first of all thinking about the diameter size. What is the diameter here? So highest diameter is there, diameter 30. So that's why I can write X30, and Z is value of 10, 20, 30 means what? 60. So 30. So approach for P5 is minus 30, and here X30 and Z is minus 60. This is for P6 value. So this is regarding the turning example. M0 and M30. There is program will stop. So this is regarding the turning example. So here again I repeat, G94 for absolute programming setting. G90 is absolute programming, and here only we have to mention the X is in terms of diameters. So X is the diameter, and Z is the this distance, that is nothing but this length of this job. So if it is point we are taking on that side, that's why this point is go that side, and Z is calculating on negative side. That's why Z is indicating negative manner. So if you first of all you prepare this sheet, and then you can go for this block. So always remember that first we mention the sequence number. So this is sequence. Then you mention the proprietary code. Then if you have the miscellaneous code, then you can use miscellaneous code. And then if you have a tool change, then you can say tool change. So according to that we can write it here. This is regarding the turning example number first. So in that session we have to discuss regarding the part programming related awareness. In next lecture we have to go for the turning cycles.